What's up, guys? Anton Crilly here from dropshiplifestyle.com. And if you've been following Dropship Lifestyle for any amount of time, you're definitely aware that we build niche-specific stores. And these aren't stores that sell one product, but these are stores that are built around a theme. So an example I usually give would be if I built a surfboard store, that would be all we sell. Not one surfboard, but all the surfboards from all of the highest quality brands out there. Now, we do this for a lot of different reasons, and what I want to do in this video is share 3 of the main reasons that we build niche-specific stores versus what I would call a general store and versus what some people would refer to as a shopping mall type store, but basically why we go deep into one product type rather than selling a little bit of everything. Reason number 1 is that a niche-specific store builds trust and credibility with potential shoppers. And I can't explain exactly why this is, but I can give you a real-world example that I think would help to demonstrate this. Let's just say you were walking in your local town and you saw a surfboard store and you were like, you know what, I think I want a surfboard. And you went in there and then you saw they had their surfboards, but then you saw they also sold gun safes, right? Maybe the owner heard that gun safes sell well, which they do, so they put some gun safes in the store too. And then maybe you kept walking and you were like, all right, this is a little bit weird, but then you saw some horse saddles and you were like, what are horse saddles doing here? And you asked the owner and he was like, I don't know, I think they sell, so trying to make some more money, right? You would get a very different impression than if you walked into a store that said, Anton Surfboards, that had a bunch of surfboards on display that looked great, that looked like a professional store. If you went into a store that sold a little of this and a little of that, it would definitely raise some red flags and it would probably make you consider purchasing from there. And most likely you would walk out with nothing and probably think to yourself, this store is not going to last. Now, when it comes to online businesses, even though they're extremely simple to create, you want to have that same mentality as a seller. Not of a guy that wants to sell a little of this and a little of that to see what makes money, but to be the person that can be positioned as an expert and have that added credibility and trust factor with customers by being that niche-specific store that customers automatically think this person, this store knows what they are doing. And if you're thinking, but Anton, what about Amazon? Listen, I get it, but you're not Amazon and you're never going to be Amazon. And in fact, one of the things that actually helps us to compete with a company like Amazon is being niche specific. And that's going to bring us into the second thing I want to share with you here. And that is with niche specific stores, we can create content around the theme of our niche. So let's go back to the surfboard example. If we build a surfboard store, well, then we can build a blog. We can write an entire buyer's guide that we can give to potential customers. We can create social posts, all centered around surfing. How to pick the right surfboard for them, where different surf events are coming up, what are some of the best surf destinations. Anything relevant to somebody interested in surfing, we can create content, post it to our blog, share it on social, and build an engaged audience around our store. Now, if you had a store that sold surfboards and you added garbage cans because they sell well, again, what type of content are you going to publish? Who are you going to be speaking to? When it comes to content marketing, which is extremely effective with e-commerce, your message needs to match your market. And the easiest way to make that happen is to have a niche-specific store. With a general store, it is simply not possible. So this brings us into the third reason that I want to share with you in this video. By the way, there are many more than this, but I think these are a big 3 that'll give you a very clear indication of why we always go niche specific. And the third reason is that we can position ourselves as experts. Now, let's say again, we have this online surfboard store. Somebody comes to it that wants to buy a surfboard and they're not exactly sure what they want. Well, we can have a little live chat button pop up that says, talk to a surfboard expert. And that can be positioned as somebody with 20 years of experience in the surfboard industry that can find you the perfect surfboard for your height and your weight and your surfing location. Again, these are things that we can only do because we are becoming an authority and an expert in the niche that we want to go into, where again, if you wanted to build a general store, you never have that possibility or opportunity to give customers that extra piece of customer service that is more likely to turn them into customers. This is something that websites like Amazon simply can't do because again, they are everything stores. And of course, their revenue is always going to be infinitely higher than ours. But think about it this way. Even if we get the smallest fraction of a percent of Amazon sales, that will be a life-changing business for you and your family. So guys, again, those are 3 things I want to share with you. And if you want more information on any of this, definitely go check out our blog, check out my YouTube channel, check out our podcast. And if you want a 2-hour training that I did on how we build these stores, how we go deep into niche research, supplier research, how we build our stores, how we get traffic, you can check out dropshipwebinar.com, which I will link up in the description. But as always, I hope you got value from this. If you did, be sure to like it and subscribe to our YouTube channel and podcast, because we have new episodes just like this every single week.